Hey guys, Phil Sherman here from Studio 44 with another Stadium Extravaganza for you guys to check out. Hey, this could be the last Stadium Extravaganza of the year 2025. Definitely not of the game, because this has, another 2-3 months to live before the new one comes out. Fingers crossed for new props, because I'm very worried about the state in which Stadium Creator is in. I think back to this time last year, I was doing live Stadium Extravaganza videos just to stay caught up. I had like 40, 50 stadiums in my queue ready to show you guys at pretty much any time. And now, after I show you these 20 or so stadiums, I'm only going to have like 10, 15 in the queue, and they're going to be from 2 or 3 people. So I need stadiums, guys. I know Sewell is keeping things fresh with his challenges, and I talked about a challenge I wanted to throw out to everybody that we might do on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or someplace around that. I'll break that down at some other time. But yeah, I'm trying to stay positive because we do have a great group of guys creating some stadiums that are still phenomenal, still original, and still downloadable if you're looking for stadiums for franchise modes or road to the shows or whatever that you use them for. They are here. I had to actually re-record this intro because I got one more stadium right before I started editing, and I wanted to record it and sneak it into this video because this gentleman also sent me something else that I have to show. I had different plans for it, but I think I have to keep it. Please don't hate me. Please try to understand. But I'll explain that all when we get to that stadium. So, I think we've touched on everything so far. Let's sit back, relax, and check out some amazing stadiums from the Stadiumverse. We are starting things off with a creator who blasted his way into the Stadiumverse here in 2025. Every stadium he set in so far has been fantastic. ZZZ Boy has Liberty City Ballpark for us. It's in Liberty City, USA. Max altitude, built in 2025. He says stadium is named after GTA, and he's using the restaurant and bar names from GTA 5. I want GTA 6. I want to start streaming stuff. I came so close so many times, guys. It's coming. I promise you. With the sad state of Stadium Creator, I'm like, listen, it's time to get going on other stuff. Look at this. I love this. The bleachers right next to this fancier area out here in left center field. Fantastic. Oh, and then using these guys to light up. Excellent. So Burger Shop, Cool Beans, the Raceway. Look at the flag. Early stamp. Fantastic. Bahama Mamas. I feel like Bahama Mamas is a real thing. No? I don't know. E. Cola. I remember the E. Cola. Fantastic over here in the corner with the snack shack and everybody hanging out. The escalators take you up to cherry popper ice cream. Oh my God, I love GTA. I can't believe it. It's been moved back to frickin' September. Look at this frickin' plaza. Half Murph, half Sandman Dan. Fantastic. Over and left, pretty much just all seats, but can you get it up here? Sprunk. That's Sprite, right? And up here you got the solar panels above the seating. This is a good route. It works, yeah. Why not? Excellent, dude. Yeah, the last stadium that I entered for him, for the stadium of the video kind of thing, he won it 47% of the votes over everybody else. The Oculus, Crimson Park, Central Square Park, Smoke Stadium from Great Scott, Lothario, and Birds on Bat 7777. I think I have another one for him. I was so going to put the 7777 in there. I'm going to do it this time. But, yeah, pretty standard around and behind. But he does have this underneath. That's a cool look. You might get other people stealing that from you. Fantastic. Pulling back. Yeah, it's pretty deep. It's the one with the deep over here. What is it, 370, right? 345. Oh, 300. Okay, maybe not. We'll back her up. You already have your stamp. The flag is fantastic. City in the background looks great. Nice enclosed stadium. Perfect way to start us off. Very fun themed stadium. Yeah, guys. I don't know if there's any Kid Icarus players out there, but that might be my first game outside of MLB The Show that I stream. I mean, I guess I did Dusty Diamonds, and I played a little bit of Jedi Power Battles one day when I couldn't get online. Last year, I was going to do a live stadium extravaganza. That's how busy I was with stadiums last year. I did like 4 videos worth of live extravaganzas just to get caught up. And now I barely have any stadiums. It's so sad. So if you guys have got stadiums that you've been, forgetting to send me or whatever, send them my way, and I'll sneak it in before the end of the year. ZZZ Boy making a big splash in Stadium Creator Universe. Outstanding. I love the Cincinnati building buried. It looks so cool like that, doesn't it? That might have to be our thumbnail. First stadium in. Wish the stupid net wasn't in the way. Because blocking home plate with the bottom thing, and then here, let me minimize myself. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Tiny Phil here. Okay, look at that. That's a cool shot. Then you even have the guy back there. All right, moving on to the next stadium. Heading out west for this next stadium, it's Aloha Field in Honolulu, Hawaii. Altitude is 20 feet. Built in 2020. Comes to us from Sith Lord Slither. He says this is a remix of a remix he did last year of a remix of many other remixes related to Aloha stadiums in the vault. Says the only things that really remain from original remix that I remixed... I'm saying remixed a lot, from the water structure in left field. The batter's eye and the general stands behind home plate and each on the line. He said he lifted the water structure in left field so he could place some stands on a deck in front of it with a standing room only area behind the deck. He repurposed the mini huts to create the scoreboard. I've seen a couple of Aloha fields, like way back, using them for the Hawaiian Islanders. He added the volcano. He attempted to create a pineapple, but the letters didn't work for that. But he did give another look that he felt worked for this park and the team. All right, so take a look. He says, yes, there is a challenge. He says, yes, but not a big deal. See if you can hit the water by hitting a bomb over the left field stands. All right, well, let's dive in. All right, well, let's dive in. Now, look at all this. What the heck is all this holding up? Wow. Talk about a lot of work. How have I never noticed the detail in this hut before? Or in this little kiosk hut thing? I don't know, but that's cool. Right field, you got the field level and then the 2 decks on top. You got the Hawaiian Islanders, and on top of the sign, what do we have, fellas? Canoes! We have canoes. Now look at all this stuff. Is this something Hawaii related I don't know about? It looks badass. That's all I know. Big time Hawaiian feel and all this, even though I've never been to Hawaii. Now, which one is this? I used the garage myself recently. Okay. That's one of the wrecked buildings. Damn monsters got to it. Pretty standard around and behind. It did sneak some concessions in here. Holy crap, look at all this. That looks great. With all the stairs coming down. Yeah, I wish there was something more standard to use as a railing. I mean, these look fine. I end up having to do the same thing usually, but there's definitely others who get way more creative than I ever could with the stairs. Perfect bleacher section with newer bleacher feature. Bleacher feature. Bleacher creature with a feature. I was a bleacher hold on. I was a bleacher creature using a feature. Oh boy, there's the water. He wants you to hit it over the water? Oh, hit it into the water. Okay, yeah. How deep is it over here? 341. Yeesh. Okay, yeah, that's a poke to get it in that water. But as I've said a million times, I've been hitting bombs in this game. That reminds me, maybe I'll throw in some highlights. They're from the ballpark at the Moonshack Casino again, and they're not nearly as cool as the last highlights I showed you, but they were fun and unique. So I'll sneak those in at some point during this video. I love this big feature going up the rocks. Ugh. There's your stamp, sir. More Hawaiian type restaurants out here. Paradise Dining, of course. A little Hot Joe's. Look at all this stuff going on up here. Oh, that's a little... Wait. Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of Aloha Joes, right? Is that... Yeah, see, this guy's on top of Aloha Joes. I never used Aloha Joes for anything. Very fun. Pedro. Or Sith Lord Slither. Back it up. You'll excuse me, I don't know if you could tell I got a little bit of a cold starting, so don't get too close to your speakers. I don't want that cold to go through my microphone and wherever you guys are and then out the speakers and get you guys sick. Now, what's this weird dead spot? Do you see that? Is there something blocking the sun someplace? So weird. The random stuff in this game. Do you see it right here? I don't know. Flip that light switch. You already have your stamp with the canoes on top of the Hawaii Islanders. 100% memory, 39,000 capacity. Out frickin' standing. Sith Lord Slither. Thank you, sir, for sending your stadiums my way. Well, fellas, it's happened again, and in multiple ways. First, later on in this video, you'll see a stadium that Arch sent our way to check out here in Studio 44. And it's in Brockport, New York, Monroe County, New York, which is an hour away from here. It's a college town just on the other side of Rochester. And there's a canal or a river or a stream or something flowing right through the middle of the city. And I'm like, is that the Erie Canal? And then I get on Facebook and something shows up. This kind of stuff is happening all over the place. And now today we have two Grand Theft Auto based stadiums. This is Del Perro Park. It comes to us from Ryan O 916705, who I believe made his debut in Studio 44 in the last video. It says you use Stack Tower Terrace to face off the stadium and give a beach tropical look. It's based off Del Perro Pier in GTA 5, has the same pier as the game. The stadium's located on an island with a large hotel and resort. The hotel is on the beach and also has a front in the stadium and right field with viewing decks. The casino is located in left field. Try to recreate the retractable roof look with the solar panels and open look by facing off with the garden bridge and using neon rings to give a glassy look. Ran out of memory, so not as many details as I wanted. Seems to be the enemy of most of us stadium creators is that damn memory. Right field is already looking cool. I love all the different layers with the pool and the different restaurants. Well, not the difference, but the different levels of restaurants. Up top, you got another bleacher section and the Hit It Here sign. The stacked stone looks great with the steps in between. Fantastic. Nice little corner here with the home run deck or the fan deck. Home run deck, yep. Concessions on top of that. Futuristic concessions. There's the big brown complex with the circular decks coming off that. Looks cool. That looks cool also. There's the roof he was talking about. Futuristic seating. Looking nice. There's the casino he talked about. Man, I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto 6. I saw a new trailer for it today, and it says coming soon. Coming soon, my ass. You keep freaking delaying it. I will definitely stream. There's no question that I will stream that. I hope it has cross-platforming because I want to be able to play with my nephew who only has an Xbox. I might have to give him my PlayStation 4 if it comes out in PlayStation 4. I'm guessing no, considering how good the freaking graphics looked in this trailer. But I'm super psyched. I love Grand Theft Auto. It's my second favorite series. I have to say Zelda's one. Grand Theft Auto, we just had so much fun playing online. Not even trying for missions or anything. Just goofing around, and it's fun. I like the deck in front of the field level seating. He's got the terrazzo. I nailed it. I like this little deck that sticks out. Playground up here. There's the little walkway, kind of closing things off along with the Cleveland Guardians scoreboard. Circle around. There's the pier he was talking about with the amusement park, hotel attached, a bunch of kiosks and restaurants on the outside of the stadium as well. Very fun. I wish I had someone to play GTA 5 with online. I would start streaming that right now. F6. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I like how he did the roof. Definitely looks like it could like spin together and close somehow. Of course, we'll have trouble taking a look at the field with the closed roof. Well, the more closed roof. Looks fantastic inside. Very fun, Ryan. Glad we were able to sneak the stadium in for you. Ooh, I like how you did the signs, too. And the scoreboard over here kind of hanging off the lights. Excellent. All right, Ryan. I think he said he has another one on the way. He's working on another one. So, yeah, I cleared out the queue after getting this video set. So I have 19 stadiums, but from like 4 different creators. Like Arch has 9. Jay Tangi has a bunch. And that's like half of them between those two, if not more. Who else had a bunch? Schmitty has one. DZ Boy has a couple. Birds on Bat, I think, has a couple. Yeah. So I need your stadiums, guys. I know I keep saying it over and over and over and over and over and over again. But hopefully this will spark some inspiration, as there are plenty of brilliant stadiums in this video. Thanks, Ryan. We interrupt our regularly scheduled stadium. We have American Revolution Stadium in Boston, Massachusetts. Has an altitude of 1146, and it was built in 2027. Comes to us from, well, it didn't really come to us. I found it in the vault, JW 928. Now, I noticed this feature right here in right field, and I was like, hey, that looks like the stadium I just made. And then I noticed this, and I'm like, hey, that's just like the stadium I just made. And then I noticed this was here, and I'm like, hey, this is just like the stadium I made. I was like, this is a really cool looking stadium. And then I saw over here, Club Murphs. And these guys up here, I'm pretty sure that's where I had a bunch of luxury seats. But this was, of course, Club Sandman Dan, or Club Dan. I don't remember what I named it. So I thought maybe it was a Stadiumverse guy, but I don't recognize JW 928. But yeah, I think someone downloaded my stadium and remixed it here. I always get excited when I run into this. This little plaza over here is fantastic. I like how he put the concession stands up and left the balcony out. And he put this park underneath, and you got the Paradise Dining or the Coffee Brewhoo, right? Is this Brewhoo? Yep. Yeah, that all looks fantastic. And then he has the Apex Lounge back here. That looks great as well. Part of the steak shop, steakhouse. But I had this all done back here, and I had the tree right here. I'll throw up some pictures to compare. I don't want to dive into that whole stadium again. But he completely changed underneath here, got rid of those mountains, added the little neighborhood across the street, maybe. Looks cool. I mean, I suppose he could have started from scratch, but it sure looks like he downloaded that stadium and remixed it. So, J-Dubs, if you're a subscriber of mine, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. He got rid of, I don't think I had too much seating up here, but he got rid of the parking lot and all the mountains. And another reason I decided to show the stadium is because it brings up my idea that we had for my contest or my challenge. I figured what a great way to do it. I mentioned it on one of Sewell's streams. It may have been the stream where everybody picked their mashup stadiums. What if we do a wheel spin where everybody spins a wheel and gets a different creator? Like Sandman Dan could get Sewell, or Murph could get Arch, or Arch could get Doug Masterson, or Doug could get Great Scott. Great Scott could get Young Gun. Young Gun could get Jason Moore. Or Jason Moore could get Jace Chiff. What if we were to do a remix challenge? I thought that could be fun, and we could add it to the end of the year. It would give me something to stream December 31st or January 1st. whichever. One of those days I'd really like to do a really long stream where you guys call in and talk about your 25 builds. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live chat if you guys think that's a cool idea. But hey, J-Dubs, tier, man. Thank you for downloading the stadium and tinkering with it, but at the same time, it makes me think you really didn't like the stadium because you changed so much of it, but it looks good. I like it. My dear Lord, why do I do this to myself? It's now 12:15 on Tuesday, December 16th. I've been working on this video, trying to finish it up since 3:30, Monday, December 15th. And I'm just putting the finishing touches together. I'm just about to export the video, and I notice I'm saying the wrong name of the wrong title on J-Dub's remix of my stadium. So I go in to make sure I get the right name, and I realize that the stadium I showed was an incomplete stadium. So I hop into the stadium, and it's freaking even better than the one I showed. So we are interrupting this video for another interruption. American Revolution Stadium, Boston, Massachusetts, altitude 1,146 feet. It'll be ready for you in 2027. Comes to us from J-Dubs 928. And that's J-Dubs Z 928. All of this because I can't read my own handwriting. So let's hop in. I'm not going to put the pictures back up again. Too tired. I just want to export this video and premiere it on Tuesday around 9 o'clock. My plan is to go live before and after because Christmas break's coming. I think my plan is to go live so much you guys get sick of me. I'm so looking forward to a bunch of stuff that I want to do. So, all right, here we go. Take a look at that right field. Fantastic. He kept the buildings that I had up there. Has them going back, though. Added the signs, the scoreboard. Finished all the retired numbers. And then over here, he added the train thing. And all the signs and the pinwheels. Frickin' fun. And then look at the green. What is he using for the green? Okay, the waterfalls. Has signs sneaking out of these. He's got Red Sox Nation in here. The big wall still has the red counter-style seating that I had. He's got the big race poster in the background. Oh, that was connected to the building. Okay. And then he has the wedge building that I still have there, but he fixed up this plaza looking fantastic. Standing room area only sections, the lights. And then he has Club Murphs instead of Club Dan still with the luxury seating, but he added all these buildings in there. Freaking awesome. And then look at all this over here, the Bo Sox. Okay, now I don't know if it's just me, but I get so excited when I see people come in and tinker with my stadiums and make it completely. I mean, this is better than mine, if you ask me. It doesn't have the same type of theme with it being built into the mountain, but I mean, that's just kind of wasted memory with the rocks back there and stuff, you know? He went in and added all this detail, and it looks super fun. So, again, another reason I decided I have to go in and record the stadium is because I really want to make this remix challenge thing a regular thing. Like Sewell, he wants to do, you know, the stadium mashup. We keep getting different mashups. I think it can be fun to keep going back and forth and tinkering with each other's stadiums. I did a video way back when I had my knee surgery called Super Fun Extravaganza video from the show 24. It has 2 different remixes that 3 different people worked on. Al Pickle started it. I tinkered with that. And then Sandman Dan tinkered with both of our tinkers. Okay, that didn't sound very good, but you know what I mean. And it was so fun to see the results. And then, of course, there's Aloha Stadium that Dan made and I tinkered, and then he tinkered again, and so much tinkering. And then I also have a video called Stadium Extravaganza Variety Pack, where I made a stadium for the New Orleans Demons and couldn't quite figure out how I wanted to finish it off. So Sandman Dan and Murph took a crack at it, and it looked so good. So I think you guys will be surprised at how fun it is to see people download your stadiums and mess with them. So I really want to do this challenge live. We'll do the wheel. Sewell said he would get involved at one point during the live stream. I don't know if he still feels that way or if he's still able to do it, but I'll, of course, get in touch with him and try to make that happen. So what do you think, guys? I mean, just look at how freaking different this stadium is, but it's still so good, and it still has enough elements of my stadium to make it recognizable as the one I did. So that's kind of what the goal is, to make enough changes where it's your remix, but at the same time, it's still recognizable as the old stadium. So I can't believe how crazy long this video has turned into after so few stadiums when I started. But that's what happens when you wait too long to edit a video after you've recorded it. So, all right. Great stadium, J-Dubs. My apologies for showing the stadium before it was completed and for getting your gamer tag wrong. So if you are a subscriber of mine and that's how you found my stadium, please, 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 please drop me a line in the comments and let me know if that is the case, because I freaking love what you did to the stadium. Absolutely amazing. All the letters, R's, ARS, Apex Lounge, and you got the Red Sox under the scoreboards here. The statues on top of the scoreboards. James Hook and Company, don't know what that is. Wonder if it's a Boston thing. Look at... You know what? I don't think I did this to his remix before. But now, quite clearly, I have to give it a stamp. Nice freaking work, dude. I hope you see this, and I hope you get in touch with me and start sending more of your stadiums my way. Moving on to Emerald Park in Everywhere, USA. Altitude is 4,765 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from Great Scott 18660. Or you may know him as Scotty Warren. He says, it's green, big build, reworked the outfield several times, but like the way the final product came out, very Polo Grounds type shape. It's a great park for triples. I hit a triple with a guy whose speed is only 21. Whew. Here we go. Yeah, big gaps out here. Oh, look at all the stairs and the... See, now that's how you get good with the railings and such. I've tried so many times. Maybe I'm making my stairs too big? I don't know. I like to hit it here, blend it in. Got the camera well out here. This is great, this little niche. Fantastic. Ugh, Scotty Warren's a goat, man. I don't even need to finish the stadium for you to get your stamp, man. Look at all this. Everything's cut off and brought in with the different layers. Just my kind of stadium, man. Left center field has the luxury plaza just above the bleacher section over here. Where does this guy come up with his stuff? Makes me want to kick him right in the face. I saw some videos of guys drop kicking people recently. Let's drop kick him when we see him. Very unique 3-deck setup. Out freaking look at it back here. This freaking guy. He's a goat, man. Scotty Warren is freaking amazing. He already has the stamp. Here is the stadium at night with the lights on. Using the warehouse from Baltimore. This annoys me right here. How this window, these windows, I guess I should say, are so close to the border. Or this trim. Is that what you call it? A trim? Same thing up here. It messes up the look at Wolfpack Park, which I made a lot of changes to, by the way. Maybe I'll throw it up. Why not? I like the stacked stone as a base for the flag. Then the statues or the fountains for a base to the flag out there. Grand entrance to the park from dead center field. Yeah, you're definitely going to hit some triples here. I would imagine hit a lot of home runs in center field, though. What's the right there? Yeah, not even 400 feet. But yeah, you're going to lose them all right here. They seem to balance out. People are like, oh, Yankee Stadium's like 314 down the line. It balances out because left center field is so deep. And people are like, I remember there's one time that Anthony Rizzo hit 3 home runs in Yankee Stadium, and one of them was like just barely over the porch, and everyone's like, oh, Anthony Rizzo hit 3 home runs. Yeah, big deal. It's fucking Yankee Stadium. He's left-handed batter. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's unfair that the Yankees pull the fences in for their hitters, and no one else gets to hit with those dimensions. Anyway, Scotty Warren killing it like always. Putting the slab outside the stadium to give it that buried-in look, facing off the outside of the stadium in an amazing way. This guy kills it every time. I love when my queue is filled with Scotty Warren stadiums because I know I'm going to have some great stuff to show you guys. Man. Beautiful, beautiful work, Scotty Warren. Thank you so much, sir. Moving on. Wait, what's this real quick? Oh, it's just stairs. Okay. It's this little, this little bleacher section up here. Grass fronting. Beautiful. I like the green area on top, too. The trees, and then you got the signage in front of this guy. I don't know, man. I don't sleep on this guy for Creator of the Year. Amazing builds this year. Big Canyon Park in Williams, Arizona is up next. This stadium has the max altitude. Comes to us in the year 2025, and it comes to us from our good buddy Schmitty VG over at Schmitty B Gaming here on YouTube and on Twitch. So be sure to check him out. He often records his live builds, or streams his live builds, I should say. He'll play games in your stadiums. He'll also play some other games and do some fun stuff with different rosters. He did a Ricky Davis League team once. It was fun. But he gave us no notes, so we're diving right in. I love the little waterfall hidden up here. And what's in front of that waterfall, guys? Canoes! We have a canoe. He hid that in there beautifully, the little Braves waterfall. Fantastic. Little bushes in front there. Awesome. Some signs delicately placed amongst the rocky terrain. I always thought this was weird, this little thing that sticks up back here. That really does exist, though, right? In rocks like that, red rocks. I have been to Vegas, but we didn't make it to like Grand Canyon, or not Grand Canyon, the Hoover Dam and all that stuff. Is the Grand Canyon close to Vegas? I'd like to go back to Vegas. We didn't even get to do old Vegas. The one we got here. Oh, okay, another big wall. Bunch of bushes, fence up top. Keep anybody who might be hanging out up there from falling off and onto the field, like the Pittsburgh Pirates dude I keep bringing up. Got some trees in the red rock over here. Or is that sand? Is this some kind of sand? It's got to be some kind of sand. Oh, red rocks. Okay. Now, this guy's holding up, all right, the scoreboard out here. Very fun. Gives me a Superman 3 vibe when they go down to get to the robot, the giant robot. Never anything standing about Schmitty's around and behind here. Fantastic. I love it. Look at this. Oh, no, that's just generally part. Okay. For a second, I thought he, like, matched this little path here with the stairs. Looking good. I like how everything, like, gets that same, like, hue with its surroundings. That reddish, brownish, brick red kind of. The roof from the outside looks fantastic. That all looks great. Using the bridge to face things off out here. Buried right into the canyon here, the rocks. I'm digging it, Schmitty. Nice job with the rounded home run fence, too. Kerblamo. There's your stamp, sir. Digging it big time. Signs are lit up. Very fun stuff. Treat yourself 2011. Wife's watching Parks and Rec in the other room. Well, she's sleeping to it, I should say. All right, Schmitty. We have at least one more in the queue from you. And I know you are building regularly, so we'll keep an eye open for those new submissions. And I will, of course, be happy to show them right here in Studio 44. From one dear friend of the channel to another, we have Canal Park in Akron, Ohio. 4,000 feet is your altitude, built in 2025 by, like I said, good friend of the channel, Sandman Dan. He gave me no notes, so once again, we're diving right in. Oh, look at all these rounded decks up here in the corner. Different spots for stairs to be coming down, and then the bleachers are angled off. Outstanding. And then the little circle decks are layered. The steps obviously taking you down to the escalator to get you down on this little plaza or walkway, which is right next to the canal. And inside the canal, ladies and gentlemen, canoes. We have canoes. I'm not doing it right. Isn't it canoes? Burr, 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 burr. We have canoes. I got to make sure I do that for the next one. But listen, this video, much better than the last one with canoe showings, fellas. We're like 4 stadiums in, and we already have like, what, 3 with canoes? Fantastic surroundings of the batter's eye here with the little counter style, standing room only. And then there's this little deck right here and behind the plants. And then a little fountain and plants over on this side for standing room only. I like the just plants behind everything with the scoreboard in there. That looks great. Milwaukee Brewers scoreboard back there. The brick window building. Or no, it's wooden windows. But it's brick. It's a brick building. Dan always has these creatives. You'll have to let me know about the yellow seats. Seems like you always go with the yellow seats. Is there a reason to that? Is like yellow your favorite color? You gotta let me know. Pulling outside. Fun job outside. Facing it off with that same brick building and the blue office building. And there's his trademark little grass patches. And there's his trademark grass patches with trees in them. Fantastic. Very, very creative stuff from Dan. As always, the canal looks fantastic with the bridge over it and a bunch of boats. Of course, the canoes. Here's a little ferry terminal. Folks are in line back here to get in, too. Or are they coming off? They're coming off the ferry, of course, to enjoy the ball game here at Canal Park. Here's Gate A. Fun. This is a great gate. That's a great idea, Dan. Killing it like always. Very funky dimensions now that you pull back a little bit. Now, how many stadiums do we not do this to Dan for? Bam! We do it quite a bit. Man, I gotta... Seems like it's been forever since I've edited it. Why am I blurry? There we go. Okay. You gotta see my handsome face. Oh, boy. A bunch of buildings in the distance. But yeah, when I edit this, it's going to seem like it's been forever. It seems like forever since I've recorded. But at least I've streamed, right? A couple times since the video. Or the last Stadium Extravaganza I've shown anyway. You got to send me stadiums, fellas. Come on. Send them my way. Send them my way. I'll show the stadiums you made for Sewell's Challenge, but not till he showed them on his channel. So feel free to send me those. But it could be a while. I would love to get another video before Christmas or the end of the new year. But I got to have more stadiums. Dan, fantastic work as always. Awesome. Another newcomer to Studio 44 is up next. This is Wells Fargo Park at the Gulch. It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Max altitude, built in 2025. That newcomer actually debuted in the last video, I believe, right? Or the one before that. Shadow Zoiza? The letters and the numbers mix it in. I thought there was someplace else I read it where it was like spelled out better, but I don't see it on this form. Anyway, he says this is for his Albuquerque Regulators franchise. It's been super fun to play in. He wanted to go for a stadium that appeared underground, and he thinks he accomplished that. There are a ton of different targets. Tried to hit in the stadium. The elevation of Albuquerque is actually much higher in Denver. Oh, wow. So the ball really flies here. So far, I've hit both upper decks and even over the 3-tiered seating in left field. The stadium is nicknamed the Gulch, as it is underground. The home bullpen is in left, and it's called the Corral, keeping up with that western feel. The Regulators were the famous Outlaw Billy, the Kids gang. I like the 2 Young Gun movie. I heard they're making a third one. Is that true? Are they still doing this? But he says also features retractable roof to make the stadium seem hidden when the roof is closed. That's a fun concept. There's custom entrance in right center field that takes you above ground as well. Hope you enjoy. All right, let's see if I can find all this stuff. Go Regulators. All right. Now what's all this under here? Some concessions. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Yep. All right, yeah. Fun stuff going on. They're going with the brick and see this dad bod? You started a whole trend with the things. Regulators. Using the smokestacks for pillars. Excellent idea. Western Metal Supply building hidden over here in the corner. We have a 2-tiered, maybe 3-tiered team store. Unless underneath here, that's regular concessions. Yeah, they're in line at, what is that one? Chili dogs. Just ate a big pasta dinner, so I'm not hungry for a chili dog right now. I like the multi-layered concessions over here. Old-time clock fits in nicely with this theme. Double row of seating here in front of this little concession stand. Fun. Bunch of windows to give a little bit of a different look. I like it. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun creative ideas in here. The Corral. There's the bullpen. He's got the little barn up here. Fun. What is this? Burketown. Burkewtown? Burkewtown? There's a garage. Hidden by the... There's Wells Fargo Park with more luxury seating down there. 2-tiered deck system. We'll pull it back. Funky dimensions. Yeah, with all the parking lots, definitely looks underground. Holy crap, yeah, that's fantastic. Yes, you did a nice job with that. And then I could see with the roof coming, looks like it's, no way that's a ballpark. Fun. Fun. Turn the lights back, not back on, we'll turn the lights on. Zoom in here. Take a little peek around with the lights on. You guys dizzy yet? I gotta work on my Sewell type camera work. Wells Fargo Park at the Gulch. Fun ideas. I'm gonna roll with it. Boom. There's your stamp, sir. Shadow Zoiza. Let me know. Zoisa? Let me know in the comments, buddy. Appreciate you sending the stadium my way. Welcome once again to Studio 44. Another newcomer, I believe he won the stadium of the video in the last video, is Birds on Bat 7777. I didn't get that commercial, and I'll throw it in right here.
A Shapiro and Shapiro attack. Call 1-800-546-7777 and we'll push them around. Call the Powerhouse Injury Lawyers now. Shapiro and Shapiro, 1-800-546-7777.
Shapiro and Shapiro, call 546-7777. Birds on Bat 7777, making big splashes in Studio 44 with his incredible work. This is a new stadium for the Chicago White Sox. Lots of windows. Right field is pretty basic. The hotel is connected to the stadium with outdoor scoreboard and seating to watch the game. Couple of camera wells on each side of the batter's eye. Left field has club seating in the complex glass building with standing room on top of the building and the Chicago pinwheels and concourse around the back. I feel like I've been getting a lot of Chicago stadiums lately. He tried to finish a couple weeks ago, just didn't have the time. Thanks, as always, for everything you do. Go Cards. Let's hop in. Right field. Yeah, it's pretty standard, like he said, but it looks very clean. I like how you dialed it up with the blue and the marble. Looks good. Scoreboard is just above the home run fence here. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy home run. Yeah, 300 feet with a short wall. So you might be able to get up in this third deck. In this game, man, I've hit some towering home runs in this game. Finally starting to come around to my hitting, man. I struggled for a while there. But catching up. This is a cool little section out here. The camera well. The little bunches for a break. Over here's the other camera wells. Fantastic. I like this little wedge concourse here on the other side of the batter's eye. And then, of course, oh, I like the grass up on top. Nice look. Birds on Bat 7777. Listen, I know you guys are big baseball people out there in St. Louis, right? You still got the hockey team, but other than that, that's it, right? Hockey and baseball. I love baseball towns. Everybody's all football. Like the craw and the bah. I had an argument with my nephew at Thanksgiving, how he says, oh, baseball's so boring. There's just as much downtime in a crappy, slow NFL game as there is in just about any other sport. Just because they crash into each other every once in a while. You know, people think that's so much more exciting than baseball. I mean, there's crashes in baseball, too, up against the fence, into each other. People getting hit by pitches. But there's just so much time where the clock is still working and people are getting off each other. Or there's a flag every 5 seconds, and then there's commercials every 30 seconds. But you've heard me all say this before. Man, this is quite the... Holy crap, look at all this. Built right into the hotel, like he said. Yeah, that's a fun place for the Wolf of Park. And he dialed it up, but... Nice work. Is this... Oh, he's got the fence and the brick. Because that's white back there. Yeah, there we go. It's usually white back there. That's fun. Dial it up a little bit. And then people are out here in the bleachers so they can watch the wiffle ball game. Man, I want to play indoor wiffle ball. That could be a good baseball craving satisfactor. Now that baseball and softball seem to be out of the picture. Although I haven't tried to lose the weight yet. Tried to lose the weight and wear a brace. Man, when I hit those balls at Cooperstown with Sewell, I was like, yeah, I'm done. That's beautifully, wonderfully clean. Birds on Bat 7777 is killing it. Man, I can't unhear Shapiro and Shapiro. 546-7777.
546-7777. 546-7777.
Look at that. That's fantastic. You have your stamp. 48,000 people. Funky. Not super funky, though. Dimensions. But this is not online eligible. Probably just the wall heights, right? Now, these are different windows underneath, aren't they? Okay, yeah, it's that one brick building. Right, with the funky roof. How do I get that out of there? That's what she said. Okay, maybe not. I didn't realize the bottom of this building looked like that. Okay. Anyway, very well done. Everybody's checking out the game from their balconies. The grass is on the balconies. I love that. So cool. This might make the top 4 of the video again. Birds on bat, 77, 77.
546 77 77.
Fantastic. Oh, look, does this... Oh, okay. For a second, I thought, like, the top of this was connected to the upper deck. All this, I thought was connected to the upper deck. Excellent, dude. I'm seeing the signs of a new superstar in the stadium verse, fellas. What do you think? Fantastic. From an up-and-comer, we go to an ironclad, set in stone, put it in the books, certified superstar in my good buddy Sewell-21. He has Motor City Ballpark for us. It's in Detroit, Michigan. Stadium has an altitude of 675 feet, built in 1994. I played a game or two in this stadium very recently, and I love it. It's my kind of build. Very Scotty Warren meets Sluggish Moth meets Obituary Turtle. Not that Sewell doesn't have his own style, but he says this is a possible stadium for the RDL Michigan Wolves, ? Detroit Stadium with an old school feel, renovated in 1994. Really do like the field dimensions in this one. Tried to use some props in different ways that I hadn't before. Tried to do some detailing so the brick walls weren't just plain. My favorite part is the wiffle ball park with the brick home run deck stacked on top to create suites and left. Let me know what you think. Well, I'm pretty sure I told you live while I was playing the game in this stadium. It's outstanding. I love the little brick area in front of this walkway here where you have a nice concession stand and then some counter-style seating with the old San Diego studio sign. Fantastic. You got the Detroit Tigers batter's eye, of course. Now look at this. Almost got it like right sucked up next to the batter's eye itself. And then you got KNNU radio. Canoe radio. Studio 44 tier. And then Stadium Center up here. His YouTube channel. Be sure to check him out. His presentation, his editing, his scripts that he writes for the stadiums he presents are amazing. So he's got like 500 at least more subscribers than me. So I can't imagine there are too many more people that are subscribed to me, but not him. So if you're one of those few, be sure to get over there and subscribe. Yes, I agree with you on this. This is a fun, funky, sometimes it's done just for the sake of doing it. Like, I think that's what happened with Rogers Center. They made those funky dimensions, just for the sake of doing it. Maybe the new park in Texas as well. But this looks fun. How it jolts up straight and then straight across and then angles back down into like left center field here. Fantastic. And then there's the detailing in the brick he talked about. Fantastic. Using the road barriers to keep folks safe. Flagpole in the middle of the Hall of Fame circle is fantastic. This top deck circles around. Something I always like. Using the choo-choo train as like a luxury box type situation. Maybe renovated in 94, like he said. I'm not sure there were too many luxury boxes back in the day. At least not what we're used to in modern era. This is fantastic too. How it all melts around right into this area using the windows from that one building in here. Fantastic. Hiding most of the luxury seats. Well, the luxury part of the luxury seats. Then you got a nice big... Oh, okay. He's got a bunch of... See, wouldn't it be nice if we just had this part Because it looks just, it would look just like the stuff that we use for the rest of the park. If we just have fences made like that, that would be amazing. A couple different size pieces. Maybe even some that had a corner to them. I don't know. Or rounded. But yeah, I loved playing in the stadium. Right field, especially with the different levels and targets. Left center field, you got the bleachers, and then maybe up on to the curved concourse here into the Hall of Fame circle. I don't know if you're getting up here. 326, maybe. Maybe. But this is fun. This little quirky home run dimension here in right field. Excellent indeed. This one may make the top 4 of the video as well. Wow. Sewell, 21. We have another stadium in the queue from him. Sewell, thanks, buddy. Love it. Only 73. There's only 73%. He's got all that room to mess with, too. What a dick. All right, it's been a while since we've had a stadium from this gentleman, and he told me the correct way to say his name, so I apologize if I get it wrong. But this is Jim Zapp Park in Nashville, Tennessee. Your altitude is 597. Your year built is 2025. Comes to us from J Tangi as opposed to J Tangi. Did I get it right? I'm sorry, I know you told me, but it has been a while. He says this is the ballpark for his new franchise mode team called the Nashville Stars. It's named for Nashville native and former Negro League Nashville Stars player, Jim Zapp. Says there's no challenges or targets in particular, so let's dive right in. There's Jim Zapp Park, perfectly displayed on the old SDS brick sign. And you got some field level seating. And separated by some signs and some scoreboards, we have Luxury Plaza and then upper deck on top of that. Fantastic. Nicely layered. Looks cool. We'll go around and behind to get to the rest of the stadium. Fun little corner in here with some buildings and signs and concessions. Pretty standard around and behind, except for the dugout here with the camera well. All bricked up. Excellent. High wall back here with the high seats behind home plate. Guess there's not much standard about that, huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. More funky stuff going on in the corner here with concessions and signs and fountains and kiosks. Backyard Burgers, Assuron, Regions Bank, Rhythm Rising, Nashville Stars. Okay, it's the race thing, right? All right. Here we have this huge plaza area. Fantastic. Wiffle ball and... Now what's all this? Oh, it's the globes from the fountain. Right? Yep. Fun. Nice little view from behind the parking garage. I mean, you could probably park like right here and feel part of the action. Hear a lot of the scoreboard videos and announcements. Hear the roar of the crowd. All right, I've seen a lot of people use this building lately to close off the outside. Great work. Gymnasium is your entrance. Turning on the lights. Fantastic area out here. This is all great. Team store and trees and huge escalators to get you up. Parts of the city are lit up. Mixed in a few of the bigger buildings back there that have lights to blend in with the large city. There's the theater and the museum. More trees, the grill. Oh, even that globe. The globes on that fountain kind of light up a little bit. Or is that just reflecting? The futuristic gallery out here. Oh, there's a stage. Okay. Makes sense in Nashville. Playing some country music. Sorry, I'm not a country guy. So sorry. Radio tower, nice. Yeah. Nice work, dude. WNSR. WNSR AM. We call that puking into the microphone because it sounds like you're going blah, 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 blah. Home of the Nashville Stars, Jim Zapp Park. Come on out. We're throwing out the first pitch tonight. Hope to have you there. First 2,000 guests will get a WNR water bottle. I gotta be quicker on my feet when I'm doing this kind of stuff. But all right, Jay Tangi, thank you so much for sending your stadium into Studio 44. We look forward to hearing more from you in the future. Back-to-back fellas we haven't seen in a while here, guys. This is Walt Disney Field in Orlando. Altitude is 100 feet, built in 2025. Who is that person we haven't heard from in a while? Why, it's our good buddy Summer Sumo. This is his concept stadium for the Orlando Dreamers. Let's dive right in. Right field, got some batting cages or potentially bullpens. Benches are in here. I like the bleachers coming down from that plaza level or field level walkway. You got the old steam stacks from Cincinnati. Some folks are chilling out on those steam stacks. Bunch of concessions and kiosks and restaurants going on down here. More bleachers next to the batter's eye. Fun, quirky home run dimensions here where it kind of dips down and then dips back up. Pretty much right in dead center field. Plaza level or field level seating from the batter's eye all the way around. Nice big scoreboard up here in front of concessions that kind of close off the stadium. Good look. Good work. 59,000. Wow. This is a cool look right here with the contemporary upper deck and then a modern upper deck around that. Holy crap. Yeah, I can see how it's 59,000. Quite a lot of people. Using some Wrigley buildings. Maybe not. Maybe they're those condos. Oh, just a brick white row house. I like the seats in front of it. Yep. I thought it was going to be luxury. There's the OG building from the OG game. Or OG version of Stadium Creator, I guess I should say. Here's a connection from the broken up upper deck. Fun. Summer Sumo back in Studio 44. Fantastic. Face it off with that castle-like brick building. Turn them lights on to have some kind of water out here and right. And then the drawbridge. Excellent. This is a train station around here someplace too. Oh, this must took a lot of work. This little structure. I see he's trying to create the arches and a bridge. Nice. Where's the train station? Train station left? Oh, there it is. Taking you right into this building. Okay. Nice. Summer Sumo with a hidden train. Pull her back around. Getting our favorite spot to end the portion of the video for your stadium. Throw that light switch again. And I'll say thank you, Summer Sumo. Welcome back to Studio 44, man. Good to have you back. T-Dot Park in Toronto, Canada is up next. Your altitude is 251 feet. It'll be ready to check out in 2028. Comes to us from Shays 2525. Says this is a concept Toronto Stadium wanted to build using the future set and tried some different things with flipping the stands around and using the club level in different ways. He says he thinks he may have accidentally found a memory hack. He was originally editing an older stadium, which eventually became an entirely new stadium, so he deleted each prop along the way, and it seemed to open up more memory. This is a detailed stadium and wasn't even close to 100. Yeah, he's 87%. He's got more room, so let's take a peek. Right field, I love this air. That's beautiful. Now this, I'm guessing, yep, buried. Upper deck, right? No, plaza level. Looks cool. I like that top deck, too. This is where stadiums are trending. And then the tee built with the top. Nice Shays. Yeah, this looks fantastic. This is a great way to do 26,000. I mean, they're trending left it. There's your stamp, sir. I love it. We the North. Sounds like Game of Thrones. We in the North. The King of the North. The King of the North. The King in the North. Actually, it's the Queen in the North, right? They're supposed to be doing more spinoffs. They tried to do a Jon Snow one. They said, well, right from Kit Harington's mouth in an interview, he said they couldn't really pull one off. One that made sense to tell and one that was entertaining. But I hear there's supposed to be more stuff coming other than just the House of Dragons. This little deck sticking out was fantastic. There's a stand flipping out, like he said, with the scoreboard right dug it. Nice Shays. Very nice indeed. Standing only area right here. Steps to take you up to the Hall of Fame circle, where you see Vladdy and Roy Halladay, some other Blue Jay stars. Fantastic. Another fancy walkway back here. Using the end for the steps. Excellent. This dude. Very futuristic area outside the stadium as well. All right. Wrapping up the first 2/3 of the video with a very fun, clean, unique build from Shays 2525. You're going to get a lot of praise on this one, sir. This one is going to make that top 4. That looks cool. That could be our thumbnail. You already got your stamp. And of course, if you zoom in, the stadium looks well lit. Underneath the fancy roof with that little outline of lights looks great. This may be one of the better, I mean, it is one of the better futuristic builds out there. Nice job, Shays. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, a lot of times I'll change my camera view when I jump into a stadium, but I thought it was pretty cool to have the flag waving right there. So let's pump out the information on this one. This is Tri-Globe Park in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Has an altitude of 1,000 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from our good buddy Masterson26, but he says he had to upload it back again as Fresh 1X for whatever reason. He says he couldn't get it to upload. I've been hearing about this stadium. I think this is the one anyway. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, Doug. But this is the one that he says is a real banger, and he can't get uploaded. He's tried everything, but I think he said he finally deleted some standing room only people and was able to pull it off. And I found that same problem. If I'm ever involved in a stadium that won't delete, it's a lot of times because I have too many of one prop. Like I tried to redo the Wolf Stadium, the Wolfpack Park, and I had a lot of concourse pieces set together, and as soon as I tried to move them or copy them, it would freeze and kick me off the game. So I would have to delete them and then redo them, and then they still end up disappearing later on. So I don't know. This tool is just broken. But he says this is a remix of Mount Olympus 2. Now, he didn't specify if that was someone else or his, But he said he changed so much. This is 93% mine. Okay, that makes me think that it's someone else's Mount Olympus too. 3, he said he had to remove a lot of... Yep, there it is. He had to remove a lot of standing room only props to get it to upload. The game didn't tell me that. Let me go crazy before I figured it out. Yeah, if it's what I remember, you were messaging me and you were putting in the Discord. And speaking of messaging me, Doug, I know we talked about this, but I'm so sorry. Again, this is the Tuesday now. I filmed most of this video the Monday after Thanksgiving. This is now the Tuesday, and Doug and I had plans. We were going to meet up, have a garbage plate or something. And normally, my family has a tradition where we bowl every Thanksgiving. Well, this year we called around a lot of bowling alleys, and no one was willing to open up this year on Thanksgiving. So we decided to have it on Black Friday. And I was like, sweet, because I normally host and I'm usually too exhausted to leave the house and go out and bowl and everything like that. So for the past 7 or 8 years, I haven't gone bowling. So then I'm like, okay, this is great. Let's go bowling on Friday. And it turns out they want to go at 1 o'clock, which is right around the time Doug and I were supposed to meet. And then all these things happen and I didn't even get to go bowling or meet Doug. So everything's good, but I just felt bad that I had to cancel on Doug because he's only in the area so much and for so long. So hopefully we'll get that squared away. Get over here in the summer. We'll go see a Red Wing game. But yeah, look at right field. Look at all the layers. Look at the stairs. The big staircase is fantastic. And then the little bit right there. Phenomenal. And then you got this little grass patch for the Texas barbecue. Excellent. And then bleachers on one side and this little standing room only area on the other. Another deck on top of that. Doug is the master layerer. Is that a thing? Nice little window in here through the concrete wall. That's great. Oh, look, he just got some numbers or a letter, the I, just to kind of highlight that window. Same over here. Let's see how that looks. Doug has climbed the ranks quickly. Look at that center field. Good use of the futuristic batter's eye and then the scoreboard behind it. Yeah, that's a good move. See, that's a nice modern, like, big league type batter's eye. Maybe I should use that one more. Does it have things stick out in the back that make it hard to suck right up next to it? Yeah, you can't get... Well, that's pretty close where I am right there. Oh, still creeping. Sometimes you got to turn it a little bit. Look at that. Using that big building just to find that window to match the area. Perfect. And then more of the same on the other side. All these different layers and fun staircases and decks and restaurants and bleacher sections. Now, what is this? That's cool, too. All right. Yeah, Doug is definitely my kind of builder, whereas it's more important to him to make sure the inside of the stadium looks good, not caring about the outside to accommodate everything on the inside, because that's where the action is if you're playing in the stadiums. But using all these windows up here, a nice fit. Just like Schmitty or Texas Ags or Arch, he's never standard around and behind. Excellent, bro. I stamped it already, right? Turn that light on. He's got all these lights and sculptures in the middle of portals and the fuel station, or V-fill station, I'm sorry. Not V-fill, just fill station. I saw the N and it looked like a V from the angle I was at. All right, I can't remember if I stamped it or not, so let's do that again. Nice work, Doug. Always happy to see a Fresh 1X or a Masterson 26 build in the queue. Send me some more, buddy. I need them. I like the big windows over here, too. This whole bleacher section goes all the way around the park, pretty much. Fantastic. Nachos and hot dogs built right into the thing. Thanks to the help of the other side of this scoreboard. Fantastic. He uses so many different pieces. He might hold the record for using the most different pieces in a build, and it's still looking amazing. Doug, you the man. Again, so sorry. We'll make it happen, man, I promise. Okay, so this is a second version of Tri-Globe Park. This one's got the hyphen for Phil. I think it's just because Doug wanted to let me know that he had the newer one uploaded. That's why he named it for Phil. But if you want to look this one up in the vault, you got to add the first. Well, I guess you can just put Tri-Globe. Anyway, he made some subtle changes, but significant changes. And the main one being the tile in center field. He feels it gives it a much better look. He also added this guy right here on top of this area. He used a smaller scoreboard up here. I don't know if he had two right next to each other in the last one. I think that might be the case. And then he did something with the railing over here, whether it was pull it out more a little bit or whatever. But he said there were subtle minor changes around the stadium. I noticed that this was an MLB sign before. Now it's the Hall of Fame. But yeah, very subtle stuff when you look through it this time. So I just wanted to give it a second look. He was very curious to know what people thought. He wanted to know which version you guys like better, the version with the concrete or the tile. He thinks the tile makes a huge difference. I'm torn. I guess, yeah, I like this one better. It gives it a little bit more style, a little bit more mixture of color. But, man, that's a lot of work to go through and change all that. I've been there. Just trying to change the concourse piece. But, yeah, what do you guys like better, this or the concrete version? I just thought I'd throw that in for him real quick because I did have one more stadium come in to add to the mix. Let me turn the lights on real quick first. Yeah, he didn't give me too many notes on the changes. We messaged each other on Facebook a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I like that, having the globe or whatever that is, the sculpture spinning in the middle of the portal there. That's cool. And the fill station's a nice touch. I just wish they had something like that was better than fill station. I didn't even mention that this thing was spinning in there. Nice work, Doug. But yeah, I think that's it. At least as far as anything in the outfield, along the base paths, his stadiums are always so funky, so much going on around and behind that it's hard to tell if anything. Oh, I didn't even notice this before. Canoe! We have a canoe. Perched on that little, the top of that part of the building there. What building is that? Oh, okay, it's that school, right? Isn't that a school? Folks are hanging out down there. That must be part of the building. Oh, okay, he's got another school in there. Yeah, man. Fun. Doug, did you ever call? Because if you didn't, I'd love for you to call in when we do a show, either New Year's Eve or if we wait for the contest to have guys call in. Personally, I would like to do it again over my Christmas break, but I don't want to start the contest until February. Remember, one round of voting with a group of judges. You can put in 2 or 3 stadiums if you want. The judges will rank them all, assign them points. Whoever gets the most points is our champion. If we have a tie, I'll figure out somehow how to break the tie. But so far, I think Sewell and myself have declared ourselves judges this year, and I'll accept anybody who wants to be a judge who I know through the channel. Low Gear Man has never submitted a stadium, but he's around live chats, at premieres. He's in live streams with me and Sewell. He's all over the place, so I trust him. I want to get people who I know will be impartial to whoever the creator is. I don't want to just pick some random guy and it turns out it's, one of the stadium entries' best buds and, he's stacking the numbers for his bud. So I kind of want to go for that. I want to make sure that I know who they are, like we did last year. Every judge is someone that I have spoken to before through this channel. And same thing for this year. But, Doug, I appreciate it. Let them know in the comments, everybody. If you're at the live premiere with them, let them know there. And we'll see which one you guys prefer. He obviously likes this version because this is the second version and these are the changes he made. So, all right. Thanks, Doug. We're going down to Texas once again, Dallas in particular. This is American Airlines Park in Dallas, Texas. Altitude is 579. Comes to us from A. Sanders, 91. He was able to sneak this in just in time, so I wanted to get it in the video. This park is hitter-friendly at 415 in both gaps. Bloop doubles to left and right gaps can possibly turn into triples. Even Stanton, with his 0 speed, could hit for the cycle in this park. This park favors those left-handed power hitters. Even with a 579-foot altitude, the ball tends to fly in the stadium. All right, well, start off in right field, as we often do. I like how he cuts the bleachers off with this tile, and it kind of serves as a fence to keep these guys... Oh, okay. Never mind. He's got a fountain on the other side. Okay. I thought these guys were lined up at first watching the game. Nope. It's a little too big for that. But that's cool, too. The fountain on the other side with the flags there. Then you got the glove in right center field. Look at this plaza area back here. Fantastic. Very nice. Patches of grass with trees. The entry right here. Oh, look at this. This is a cool idea right here. Kind of leading you into the turnstiles. And then steps taking you down from the street. Excellent. Hey, Sanders is good. We've known that for a while. Your bullpens are in front of this field level seating out here in left. Nachos and hot dogs being advertised along with the Snacks Shack. I like the signs over here from the concessions kind of blended into the tile. Very nice indeed. Now up here, these guys are lined up against this fence to take a peek at the action. There's American Airlines Park, all lit up. Closed off this portion of the luxury plaza. Very good look. Very Sluggish Moth, Scotty Warren. I need to start doing that more. It's fantastic. This reminds me of Cleveland down the first base line. They have that one little section of plaza level seating. I like how the bleachers creep around the foul pole here. Then you got the the St. Louis building. Oh, he flipped it around. Okay. Yeah, I like doing that too. There's something about this brick and the windows that it's a nice, good, big, flat surface. So it's a good way to close off inside that stadium. Very nice underneath the seats there. Then he's got a fountain back here. Is this a fountain? Oh, it just says marble art. Okay. Kind of pokes through the bleachers a little bit, but I like this little balcony. Up top. That looks good. All right. Ace Sanders, 91. One of our many Texas guys. Ranger Man, Texas Ags. Ace Sanders. There's a couple other, they're escaping me right now, but that's a good shot. That could be a thumbnail too. No. Okay, it's just regular. All right. So here he's got the normal steakhouse building with seats blended in. He wrote Team Store on here. Good work indeed, sir. A couple buildings across the street to kind of complete the look of the city surrounding the stadium. Fantastic. Let's stamp her. A. Sanders, glad to get it in. I have your Sewell Challenge Stadium also. I have one from Rico, too. We will sneak those guys in the next video, so be on the lookout for that. Flip of Plan B 211 is going to lead off the final third of this video. He has the Falls Field in Nashville, Tennessee, 3,500 feet altitude. Be ready for us in 2026. Did I play a game in here? Did I show it? In the street. This is fantastic. Look at all this. Wow. Did Sewell show this one? Probably your best build, Flip of Plan B. Wow. I like how the stacked stone is the base of the big scoreboard and signs and all kinds of stuff happening out here. Excellent. Then, of course, we got that body of water, whether it's a lake or a pond or a river. There are canoes. We have canoes. Another great job facing off the outside of the stadium, as he always does. He's a top fiver, maybe a top threer in that category, if you ask me. This rings a bell. Did you do this more, or did I see this already? I'm usually pretty good at remembering stadiums, but those waterfalls are absolutely stunning, with the water flowing in, and then all the ugly parts of the fountain are very well hidden with this beautiful greenery and rocks. The hill behind looks great. Out freaking standing. Oh, that's kind of a cool around and behind. Pretty much minor league build with 19,000 people. Gorgeous, dude. Absolutely stunning. Pull her back, flip the light switch. Don't need to stamp it up because it's already been done. Wow. That could be a thumbnail as well. Now, I know I played in one of yours recently. I should hit you up more because you're always at my live streams, man. Thank you so much for always being there, man. Good old Mike in the chats of the live premieres and live streams. Wouldn't be too much of a problem. Pull her back. That could be a thumbnail too. That's great. I don't use many from this angle. That's what she said. I love it, Mike. Nice work. Now, when I say newcomer about this gentleman, I mean newcomer. Bank of America Park, Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. Altitude is 50 feet, built in 2025. That newcomer is Elia, 8822. Cowboys 8822 if you see him on YouTube. No comments or anything in the notes, but this is his first stadium in Studio 44, so welcome, sir. Let's check out Bank of America Park. Very clean right off the bat. I like hiding the face of the upper deck with the brick. Always a good look. Bank of America Park looks great with the... That's a great look. Great move. Double fan stairs. I like how the luxury are blended into the plaza level. Got a bullpen down here with the entrances and exits. Perfect. I like the old school light in there too to kind of give it a park feel, like a city park feel. Plaza level seats over here in right center. Multi-layered concourse steps taking you up to this big team store and the scoreboard walk. People can hang out and watch the game from behind the San Diego studios. Not the San Diego studios, the San Diego Padres, batter's eye. Fun. All right. Oh, I like this too. The multi-tiered standing room only section. Funky dimensions. Funky bullpen in here. Looking very similar to the one over in right. Scoreboard above that. Snack Shack. What do they have in the Snack Shack? Have we ever looked? What kind of snacks do they have? Barbecue beef sandwich platter does not sound like a snack. Sounds amazing. Louisiana hot sausage. What the heck is elote? Elote? What is that? Roast beef core with special seasoning. Is that what I'm seeing? It's pretty cheap. Super dog. All beef super dog. Soft drinks. Okay. Soft serve. I'm in at soft serve ice cream cup. Love me some soft serve chocolate with some chocolate sprinkles. Oh, I didn't even notice this. This is from 24 probably, right? Cutting in to kill the good old bullpens that are forced upon us. Come on, that's got to go, right? That's got to be why there wasn't a big update. They're killing it all. They're going to kill the stuff that we don't like. They're working on this big update, right, guys? Come on. Who's with me? Team optimism. Glass half full. Very clean on the outside of the stadium. Using the monster arm. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, it's the same building. I always thought it was a waterfall. Because it kind of looks like water, right? And the mist is coming off, but it's the monster going down like this, and that's his hand. Down at the bottom, right? See? Of course, you guys already know that. I'm the one who didn't. All right, we'll put him back now. Sorry about that. All right, Elias, Elia, 8822. Did I stamp her? Let's stamp her. Boom. I dig it, man. Nicely done. Nice to know we're going to have some new blood in Studio 44. It's happened again, fellas. We have another stadium for the Nashville Stars. Well, actually, no. Did he do Nashville Stars, or was it Nashville something else? Yeah, Nashville Stars. I mean, I guess that's not too weird, though. A lot of people have come up with Nashville Stars for an expansion team. But 500 feet altitude, built in 2025. This one, though, comes to us from TTV Shady Gaming 25, or SG Live, I think, on Twitch. He's been around quite a bit on live streams, Sewell's Discord, premieres, and I think maybe we took a look at the stadium live. The red and blue home run fences are ringing a bell, but I love this. Of course, you got to have the guitar scoreboard up here. Wooden scoreboard. This seems to bring a bell too. The bridge coming in right into the ballpark. Excellent. All this here above the scoreboard looks really cool. Flipping around that big Cleveland Guardians scoreboard. Multiple layers up here looks great. The arches in here where there's concessions and people are hanging out in here getting drinks and food. Fantastic. Hall of Fame circle right here. I like the curved deck as well. Maybe I played a game in here. Did I play a game in here? I think I did. Listen, I'll play games in your stadiums, fellas. If you catch me during the live streams, play some Ricky Davis League All-Stars. Looks like it's going to be a retractable roof. Not super standard around and behind. I think he's got, is this 2 plaza levels? Yep, 1 and 2. And then this. Oh, this is custom made. All right. Nice. That's tough work right there. You use the Guardian scoreboard to kind of close things off where the roof, or where seats don't close it off naturally, I guess I should say. Yeah. We have one more in the queue from him, so we should expect to see that in the next video. As I said earlier, hopefully before the end of 2025. Definitely before the end of 2025's life. The game, that is. But I would really like to get in at least one more video before the end of the year. If not before Christmas. But then again, with that 2 weeks off that I have, it might be easier to do one after Christmas. Yeah, that's a stampable stadium. That looks cool. Nice work. TTV Shady Gaming 25. I'm digging it, sir. Thanks for joining us in the Stadium Verse. Look forward to more builds from you, including the one I have in the queue already. Okay, here's that new stadium I wanted you guys to check out. This is South Arlington Stadium. It's in Arlington, Texas. Has an altitude of 780 feet. Built in 1971. You could probably guess it if I gave you long enough. But it's good old Ranger Man 226490. He says this is kind of a mashup between the original Texas ballpark and Dodger Stadium. I know in the thumbnail I saw the Dodger roof. He said he wanted to see what it would look like if it was renovated instead of demolished. The thing I remember the most about this ballpark, it's where Mattingly hit his last couple of home runs in his 8 consecutive game home run streak. He hit one to the opposite field for his very last one that went between the home run fence and the stands. There's like a little gap there that reminded me a lot of Rogers Center, actually, before that was renovated. He said instead of massive, ugly billboards that line the entire outfield bleachers, you now have luxury suites and a Dodger Stadium-like roof. I mentioned that in the thumbnail. He said instead of a black tarped batter's eye that covered the seats, you now have a waterfall and an entertainment plaza that is directly behind the center field video board. All of the outfield fence dimensions were kept close to the original specs of Arlington Stadium's dimensions. All right, well, let's take a look. Yeah, I remember it being very Milwaukee, very Cleveland, in that it was basically just seats and then, like, nothing. But he said it was a pitcher's park, so it was hard to hit a home run. He wanted to keep the dimensions, like I said. Over here in the corner, you have SC and PGL. Is that Stadium Center? I don't know what PGL would be. But I think while I have a Zach Stadium pulled up, I'll show you something that he did for me. I like how he created the entrances here at the stairs, a little breakup where maybe you can get underneath the luxury suites for concessions or whatever. There's the Dodgers roof. There is... Oh, he put 2 scoreboards on top of each other. That's a good look. I like that a lot. Okay, and then there's the other Texas ballparks. Is that supposed to be one also, or is there, in fact, a water park around in the area? I do remember hearing at one point that there was a big, like, Six Flags or something, right, out by the stadiums. Wow, did a great job of facing off the outside of it, as always. Zach is one of our better dudes at that. That is for certain. Zach, Arch, Sluggish Moth, Scotty, Flip of Plan B, Texas Eggs, trees, parking lots, all looks good. It's weird that he kind of had, I guess it's not really a mashup, but he has elements of 2 stadiums. I see him in the waterfall, guys. What do we have in the waterfall? We have canoes. Oh, okay. There's the entertainment district he was talking about. Nice. Wiffle ball back there. Concessions. Very fun. As always, we can expect from Zach a fantastically clean build. Very detailed, especially on the outside of the stadium and the area surrounding the ballpark. Fantastic. Turn them lights on. And we'll get back closer to our normal view. I mean, that could be a thumbnail. That's a great shot right there. It's stamp time. And since we've given our golden canoe stamp of excellence, let me show you what Zach did for me on Facebook. He's showing all these things he 3D printed, and he printed up a 3D model of one of his stadiums that he built. And half jokingly, I said, hey, make me a Studio 44 canoe trophy. And sure enough, he did. He printed it up. He painted the thing. And I was originally going to give this to the winner, but I don't know if I can let it go, guys. Am I a selfish, greedy asshole for wanting to keep this? Look at this thing. It's absolutely fantastic. It says the gold canoe down at the bottom. The Golden Canoe Award. I was going to give it away to the champion, but you know what? I don't have two to give to the creator of the year, too, so I might just have to keep it, fellas. How do I not keep this and put it someplace? I want to get it someplace where it's in the background and you can see it always. But Zach, freaking awesome. Thank you so much. He's sending me pictures, you know, with the updates on it, and so much time and effort and money went into it, so I can't thank you enough for it, buddy. Am I an asshole, guys? I got to keep it. Please don't hate me. That is the ultimate goal, is to have some kind of more of an award or a trophy as opposed to this t-shirt that poor Dan got. I mean, Murph didn't get anything, but yeah, eventually that will happen. But I have to keep this. Zach seemed to be okay with me keeping it, so hopefully you guys are too. And I promise down the road when, I don't know, but I promise there will be some kind of award in the future. Zach, freaking awesome. Here's another stamp for the trophy. Thank you so much. So cool. That's the only stadium I wanted to sneak in, so let's get back into the rest. Well, I've been wondering where this guy is for quite a while, but now I know he's been working on some fantastic stadiums, and I found out in the grandest of way by opening up the queue one day and finding like 10 stadiums from our good buddy Archmage. This is Green Street Park in Brockport, Monroe County, New York. Hey! Just down the road from me, about an hour away. I don't think I know anybody. I did a comedy gig there once at the college. It was like one of the last professional gigs I ever did. I cried the whole way home because like 2 days earlier, if not the day before, I was laid off from the radio station. But, okay, yeah. I played a baseball game at the college here, too. Altitude's 518 feet, built in 1922. Yeah, Monroe County, that's Rochester. No notes. He says it's just a small town ballpark he made for ATG's town ball roster. So do you have an ATG guy who lives in the area? You'll have to let me know, Arch. We carry lumber. Look at this. See, fantastic. The perfect building. All the wood out here. The logs are stacked up. Perfect house to go with the area out here. Folks on their roof watching the game. Fun. Lined right up to the back of the stadium. Man, got to have a lot of broken windows here, huh? Yeah, definitely a good small town ambiance. Got the bullpens hidden again. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that you're doing all your builds in 24. I mean, might as well, right? Especially if you're just doing them for show. Ain't nothing new in 25. Brick. Batter's eye. Nice. Little thrown together scoreboard. Looks fun. What's on the other side? The sign, right? Yep, the show. Got the roll-in lights. A little pond back here, or river, or canal. Could be the Erie Canal. I think the Erie Canal goes through Brockport. There's a lock. All right. It's definitely got me thinking it's the Erie Canal. Or is this just a bridge? And you got to raise the bridge and open the gate. Open the gate. Bunch of cows out here, little farm, water tower, nice. Arch knows how to do these builds, right? Outstanding. The canal goes all the way back to the circle of the build area here. Look at this little town, all these buildings. Man, he meticulously puts these in the right spot, doesn't he? All these roads. Nice. Is this the Erie Canal in mind? Did you do some research, or did someone tell you about Brockport? I'm pretty sure. Is Brockport south enough? I think it is. Because Erie Canal is a good distance away from the Lake Ontario. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. There's a song about the Erie Canal. You can look it up on YouTube. maybe again. I'll put it up here. Old school grass pattern, or dirt pattern, I should say, cut in. Got some hidden bleachers for this nice brick wall. Little bleacher section back here behind the batter's eye, or behind the screen. Yeah, nice little small ballpark. Lots of fun. Arch, we're going to stamp you up, buddy. Wow. Fantastic. Man, has it really been since like July, August since we've seen an Arch build? I think he's doing a mashup stadium, right? I think I saw him in the Discord. Maybe at Sewell Stream, where he assigned everybody their builds. So, yeah. Speaking of that stream where he used the wheel and all that stuff, let me know in the comments, fellas. Are we in? Do we want to do that one for December 31st? I didn't want to step on Sewell's, challenge idea, but he said, dude, go for it. I think it could be fun. We spin the wheel. Maybe even we pick a stadium. Pick our own stadium to put on the wheel. Or do we want to just put the creator on the wheel and you pick a stadium from that creator? Let me know what you think. I'll bring it up in a live stream too so we can talk about it. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. So after this video, it'll be in the past that I was on the stream. So, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. All right, Arch. Did we turn the lights on yet? Little neighborhood looks fantastic. College Town is Brockport. SUNY Brockport. It's a state school. Hiding a bunch of the church to get the tower up here. Excellent. Man, that could be a thumbnail too. Beautiful build, Arch. Man, you guys are making it hard for this thumbnail challenge that we always seem to run into. Thanks, Arch. I think we can look forward to an Archmage portion of every extravaganza for the next 2 months, 3 months. Glad to have you back, baby. Man, I have been waiting a long time to show the stadium. It's been sitting in the queue, but he had stadiums before this one that I wanted to get in there. It's been so hard to not get in there and take a look, but we're going to turn from one legend in the community right over to another to close things out. He's been opening our videos lately. This time he's going to shut things down with Canoe Diego Field, San Diego, California. Altitude is 12 feet, built in 2025 by our good buddy and incredible creator, Murph075. I mean, this dude, they picked his name and just threw it out there in the community board one day. Everyone's like, oh, I'm looking for good stadiums. Someone said, dude, look up Murph075 and you'll find amazing stadiums for wherever you're looking. And you know what? He wasn't wrong. This is, of course, his version of the home for the San Diego Canoes, which will be making their debut in the next Ricky Davis League. We're already halfway through. I think this is the fastest. He says, you finally remember to send you my San Diego Canoe Stadium, Canoe Diego Field, a play on words with the Padres Slam Diego. Love it. All right, let's take a look. Right field is already calling my name because there's the water and there's the canoes. We have canoes. I should edit together a video of just the canoes stadiums. And Schmitty has like 2 for the San Diego Canoes, but he has more that are named Canoe. So I think I'm going to do that. Look at this. You've got the Tunnel of Glove. Ooh. All the canoes coming through to check out the game. Outstanding. Then you got these like little floating restaurants here. Okay. Only accessible by canoe. That may be the hardest stamp I've ever given in Studio 44. He has a float-in window that you can only get to by canoe. Cold drinks via the canoe. Murph, you a-hole. Oh, man. What a great idea. There's the SD canoes. I like how he has the canoes sticking out, angled in. This guy, I knew this stadium would be amazing. I couldn't wait to see it. I think this is the last one I have in the queue from you, dude. I know you've got more, so send them my way. Club or... So fun. I can't wait to play in this stadium. Look at this little club area. You got the cold drinks. See, never count Murph out of any contest when it comes to stadium building. Out freaking standing. What a way to close out the video. I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to start playing like scrimmages in these stadiums soon. I got one from Sewell now and Murph. And if you haven't given me a San Diego Canoes stadium yet, challenge extended. Pretty sure Scotty Warren sent me one. I'd love to see a young gun, the Texas Eggs. I think Pfizer has sent me some kind of canoe. I don't know if it's for the San Diego Canoes. I think Pfizer has. But maybe some new blood, a ZZZ boy. Or Birds on Bat 7777.
7777.
Could throw a San Diego Canoe Stadium our way. There's the ocean or the bay, San Diego Bay. Does that make sense? Got the naval ship out there. Nice. And then a yacht. Is that a yacht? Nope, it's a fleet ship. All right, but there's a little waterfall. It's lit up. Murph killed it. That whole right field area is unbelievable. The Tunnel of Glove. And then the deck with the Falcon. He's got the canoe. There's a little scoreboard walk. So you're going to be hitting splash shots and right. He's got RDL instead of the major leagues. Nice. Oh, we're definitely playing San Diego Canoe games in here. So good, dude. Up 21, 42, 44. Feeling the glove from you guys. Wow. The float up window. What do you call that? A paddle through? That's awesome. I'm so jealous. So mad at you that I didn't think of that. Murph. See, that's why we close videos out with Murph. I think we got up to 20 stadiums, guys, thanks to one that I found in the vault. Oh, I didn't get to show my highlights. Let's show those real quick. Okay, so one of the games was a home game in the RDL, so I don't need to ask for forgiveness for that one. But one of them was in another stadium I created a while ago that I actually entered into the contest last year. Sky High Stadium? Skyview Stadium? But some weird home runs happened in both of these stadiums, so I saved the footage again. I didn't record myself, but forgive me for not playing in your guys' stadium. I wanted to bust into that one just because I was going through the stadiums I had saved and ran into my own and wanted to give it another shot. So here's the one from my home ballpark, the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. But I noticed a little flaw, and it was pointed out to me by one of my own players by hitting that flaw. Comes to us from Twan Rosen, who got off to a slow start since rejoining the Gamblers. First pitch, plasters one into left field, and it goes in the portal, but not how you'd think. A monster shot, 109 miles off the bat. How far did it go again? Now, I don't know if you guys can see it from this angle, but there's a little flaw after trying to actually clean some things up there. 456 feet. Will they show it from here? If not, I definitely go in to the replay so you can get a real good look. I have since fixed this flaw. But what are the chances? Look at this little tiny bit that I don't have covered. And he hit it right in there. Isn't that freaking amazing? Probably should have showed this one second because I think this is cooler than the next one. But still, that's awesome, right? I have since slid that over you know, to close off that hole. And I tried to move the sign over because I hate seeing that sign, the edge of that black sign there, but what are you going to do? All right, let me slide over to the next one real quick. Well, what do you know? It's Twan again. This guy, lately, I can't stop hitting home runs with this guy. He's hitting them all over the place. This is Skyview Field or Skyview Park. I can't remember what I named it, but it's in the vault in Peeps 212344 if you want to take a look at it or play in it, download it. Left field, I did the feature with the hotel. It's very similar to the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, but I wanted it closer. I wanted the hotel to be right up against the home run fence as opposed to the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino where it's back further. So I'm hitting these line drives into people's balconies. Now check out where Twan Rosens went. Line shot. Doesn't get more than 40 feet off the ground. Could you catch it there? 359 feet, 102 is your exit velocity. Once again, I go into super slow-mo so you can see just exactly where it ended up. Because I thought it did what I thought it did. Because it did what I thought it did. Highlight the ball, that line shot, and boom, right between the numbers. Been hitting some really cool novelty home runs or standout home runs like that. Some weird targets, but that's kind of what the fun is to me with having the targets. Instead, oh, it hit the fourth row of the crowd. It hit the fourth row of the crowd there. It hit the fifth row. Oh, that's up in the 20th row. That's what I mean, but when I'm talking about targets, just different places to hit home runs that maybe you normally wouldn't see in a big league game. So, yeah, there it is. That's. I just thought they were fun. Thought I'd throw them in real quick. And we'll dissolve nicely back into Murph 075's amazing stadium out here in San Diego, California. That's it, fellas. What do you think? Again, one of my better videos thanks to you guys sending me amazing stadiums. New blood is joining the fun. Some guys we haven't heard from in a while. We're back. So hopefully we can build some momentum back up into this tool because things have not been looking fun lately. So let's get this thing going again. Build those stadiums, send them my way. We haven't heard from Bow Tiger. We haven't heard from Texas Ags. We haven't heard from Pfizer or Jace Chiff or Lemur F Baby. We haven't heard from some of those guys in a long time. So come on, fellas, get back in here. Get sucked back in. I think Jace Chiff is back thanks to Sewell's challenges. So hopefully that'll get his gears turning again and back into some stadium creating. So send those stadiums to me via the link in the description of this video or the link in the description of my channel. Fill out the Google form and you can send that stadium to me that way. Be sure to leave contact information because I have 2 people in this video not remember to upload their stadiums. I got in touch with them. They responded very quickly and I was able to record one, and I'm going to record another one tomorrow to make sure they get in the latest video. Memberships are coming. I have talked about that in a live stream. 3 tiers, 1 and 2, basically not much to scream about. I mean, I think it's designed for that to be that way, but tier 1, you get like some kind of thumbnails and you get a canoe of a different color for the length of time you're a member. And then there's, I think, discounts at the Studio 44 store. And then once you get into the second tier, you're looking at stadium priority. I will also put an extra stadium in if you have 2 ready to go in one video. Normally I do 1 stadium at a time per creator, but with that membership, listen, I want to show off your build. If you care that much to be a member to my channel, I want to hook you up with that front. Now, the next tier, I will give you up to like 5 stadiums in a video if you have them ready. And you can pick and choose where you want them in the video. And I will run a poll for you. I will edit those videos out into their own video. And I will generate a poll so you can see what the community thinks of your stadiums. Which ones do they like most? Which features do they like most about your stadiums? I will run that tool for you. Of course, I think 2 and 3 comes with the database of every single stadium ever shown in Studio 44 in a Stadium Extravaganza video. There may be 1 or 2 that were in like a live video or some other kind of mixed video, that didn't end up in an extravaganza, but for the most part, it's every single one. You're talking about 1,200 stadiums that you will now be able to look up by name or creator and check them out on your own, download them, remix them, play in them, whatever. So that's coming soon. Also, like I've been teasing for quite a while, this close, fellas, dangerously close. I almost did it last weekend. Kid Icarus, Zelda, probably more Zelda, more than anything. Mario Maker. Those games are coming to Studio 44 too. I told Sewell I got to create a new logo because the baseball stadium's built right into my logo, but I want to get other games in there. So hopefully you guys, you'll join me on that, and hopefully it won't bog down the rest of the channel with stuff that you won't like that'll get in your way of the stadiums, because this is the priority, especially if an update ever comes up and once the contest comes to be and all that stuff. So be on the lookout for the contest too. I'm saying it again. I'm going to say it as many times as possible. You can have up to 3 stadiums in the contest. Each stadium needs to be from the 2025 game and the 2025 version only. If I can search that stadium or your gamer tag and find something that is basically the same stadium as the one you entered in 24, 23, 22, or 21, it's null and void. But you still have the other 2 stadiums. I'm not going to mess around with replacements. You've got 3 in. You should be able to find 1 or 2 of them that meet the stipulations without having to replace that 3rd one. So I will have some kind of prize. Again, the prize I wanted to give you, I think I just have to keep because it's so freaking cool. Oh my God, I'm in love. So I think it's got to be here in Studio 44. I'm sorry. Maybe down the road. I love this thing. Tell me if I'm a a-hole or not for keeping it, because I certainly didn't earn it. Your guys' stadiums destroy mine. Let me know about the Remix Challenge. Let me know if you've ducked over to Nonsense Matters and checked out some of the videos over there. All short stuff right now. Who knows if that'll ever happen, but I'm sure pulling for it. But we'll see. I guess that's it for now, guys. Let's try to keep the momentum going here, fellas. Let's keep Stadium Creator alive and hope for the best in 2026. Take care, guys. We'll see you in a live stream or the live premiere.
'77-'77.